we decided to come up with a session that will help you take all the knowledge that you have gotten from this session and put it into practice. Okay, guys? So that is why we have the second session. We'll do our best not to take much of our time. So this session is called Practical Strategies for Hitting Your Hair Goals. So when we looked at the Google form, a lot of us, we had expectations. Our hair is not growing past this length. It's not going past this length. So we decided to put up a session together, although we had that in mind, that when you have learned all these amazing things, how do you now make sure that you achieve these your goals? All right. So I'm Blessed Ezoe Awudu. If you've not met me before, I'm Share's co-founder along with Ofure, and it's been an amazing journey so far. And Ofure says something about me and how much I am not a naturalista, like I'm not a hair freak. Okay. Are you guys hearing me? Please listen to me. People should tell me. Oh, I'm not talking to myself. Who is listening to me? Please tell me if you are hearing me. I'm not a hair freak. Okay, so that means that this hair thing is never just my thing at all. But I was able to surround myself with people, and I was able to learn how to hit my own goals for my hair without being a freak, without being like all this is what we're saying now. Sorry, guys. I don't know them like that, and I almost don't care. Okay, so these are amazing. But then sometimes it's overwhelming. Am I right? Please, people should reply me. If I'm right, tell me. It's overwhelming sometimes. Just be like, okay, so we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. And you're like, God, how do I do all this together? All right. So this session will show you exactly how. We're going to map out a simple roadmap for you to hit your hair goals, regardless of where you are coming from. If you are just transitioning, you've been struggling, your hair is hard, we want to show you exactly what you can do today to start hitting your hair goals. All right. So right to the session. We won't be wasting time. We don't have time to waste. Okay. So the next thing is you need the right mindset. Can we hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. You need the right mindset. See, guys, if your mindset is not right, if somewhere in the back of your mind you don't believe that your hair goals are possible, it's not possible. You won't achieve them. Okay, you need the right mindset, because when you have a mindset that sees the possibilities, you will see that you'll be doing everything you can do to achieve your goals. But if you've already somewhere in the back of your mind, you resign yourself to fate, and you're like, I beg, if it didn't work, it does not work. Anyhow, let the hair just be growing. Sorry, all this one we are doing here, we're wasting our time. All right, guys. So you have to have the right mindset. I was going to share a lot of stories. I don't know if time will permit me, but let me tell you one amazing story that blew my mind. Very recently, I read a book by Napoleon Hill. I'm sure some of us must have heard about that book, Think and Grow Rich. If you've heard of Think and Grow Rich, please tell me. Let me know if you've read it. In this book, Napoleon Hill told us that his son was born deaf. And when I mean deaf, this boy had no hearing apparatus. Okay, if you're in the medical field, you will know that we don't just hear because we have something outside our ears. We hear because there's something inside of us that receives sound. Okay, this guy did not have any hearing apparatus. That means that the doctors realized that this boy will not hear. But the father of the boy said, it's not possible that his son must hear. He does not care what the doctor has said. This one is not go to church and pray. This one is not miracle. And the guy did not say he prayed about it, but he said something. He said that he had a burning desire to make sure that his son hears with his ears. And he did not say, they said that this boy is not going to hear. That's what some of us do now. It's our genes are not good. Oh, our mother's hair is not good. Our sister's hair are not good. So we just give up. Like, well, that's how it is in my family. Guys, that's not what to do. You must have a burning desire that, okay, Ofre said something like that too. That the fact that your hair jeans may not be looking good doesn't mean that you can't achieve your hair length goals. It just means that you have to put in more work. And now the question goes to us: how much work are you willing to put into this thing? Okay. And when we hear work, it scares us. We are scared. We're like, more this one me, I beg, I not just get strength. But then we see that you just need the right amount of things around you. And I'm going to be talking about how to create structures around your hair growth. Just sit tight and please don't go anywhere, because if you do, I'm sure that you're going to be missing out. Sit tight and let's move. So long story short, let me not hang on to that. Let me not cut short that story. Somehow they realized, because of their burning desire, they did not give up on Napoleon Hill's son's hearing capacity. They realized that somehow he could hear sounds faintly when they were able to help him by talking into his mastoid bone. That was the bone behind his ears, the bone that's at the back of the ears, close to the back of the head. When they were able to talk put their mouth in that bone, they noticed that that boy was able to hear. Okay, and they also realized that there was a particular song that he loved in the house, and they did not say, how come he's hearing? They were happy because at some point they just needed to shout at him a lot, and when they did, he heard from a close range. When you talk to him closely and you shout, he could pick some sounds. And later on, they were able to discover that bone conduction was another means of hearing, which differs from air conduction. And it so happened that that boy not only got a medical aid sometime within the course of his life, and he also went on to become a very powerful, rich, and influential person just because of the burning desire of his father, Napoleon Hill, to ensure that his son was not a deaf and a dumb. So guys, you don't have any excuse. Your hair's gene, please drop all those things. My hair gene is not good, drop it. You don't have an excuse. You just need to do what you have to do to get your goals going. All right, guys. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is the power of desire. You must have a burning desire to get something, and that is your hair length. You already said in your mind that this my hair, it'd be nice if it's at this point, too. But it's not enough to just talk about it. You must so desire it so strongly that you are able to put in place the things that you need to get to your goals. Please, who is hearing me? Talk to me. If you can hear me, talk to me. I'm in the chat box waiting for us to talk. If you can hear me, talk to me. So you don't. It's not enough to set those goals. Setting the goals are good. What are you going to do about your goals? It's not enough to just wish, because trust me, if you keep wishing that your hair will magically grow, it won't. You must have, number one, the mindset that believes that your goals are possible, and then a heart or a strong will that is willing to put in the work to ensure that those goals are achievable. Okay, so some people tell you that life is not fair. Some people's hair will grow faster than some other people. It's true. Actually, it's not a lie. It is very, very true. But when you as a person, you ensure that, see, I've realized that my hair is not this good, but I'm willing to do this, and do that to ensure that these goals are possible. You will see that things begin to work well for you in the long run. All right. So the next thing that we're going to be going to right now is, what are you going to do about your hair goals? I'm asking us, please, let's answer me. What are you going to do about your hair goals from now? You've heard a lot of things. What are you taking from here that you are going to be doing, that you're going to be putting into action? I'm not saying what are you going to try and do. What are you going to do? It is something that you are sure, you say, this is what I'm doing. These are the things I'm putting in place to ensure that my goals are achievable. You must keep them in mind. You must write them down, because if you don't have them down, you would not, I repeat, you would not get your goals achieved. Your hair will not grow. I'm telling you, I'm sorry to be the very bad news, but it won't actually grow. Okay, it actually won't grow. So today, the major two things that I'm going to be sharing deeply about is that how you can be intentional, about your hair growth, and how to teach your subconscious mind healthy hair habits. So a lot of us know that some hair habits are not good. We know, it's not as if we don't know, or maybe we are just learning about it, and it seems hard. And we're like, okay, how do I stop tugging at my hair strands? How do I ensure that I am keeping up my satin scarves consistently? Because we sometimes, either we forget, either we are indulging ourselves, either we are too busy. Life has a way of getting in the way. So we have to understand that the people who get results, they are not superhumans. The ladies who have all the things that you desire, it's not because they were born with it. It's because they got those little things right and they kept at it over and over again. They ensure that they kept doing those things to get what they desired. Okay, so the first thing is the mind work. What are your thoughts concerning your hair? How do you see your hair? What are the things that you desire your hair to be? Okay, so your thoughts shape a lot of your actions, and then it determines if you would actually get the goal you want. If you look at your hair and you just feel like, well, this hair big, that's how it has been, that's how it's forever been, it will never grow. Trust me, it won't grow. You must be intentional about the kind of thoughts that you think as regarding your hair. The next thing is your emotions. How do you feel when you see the next person's hair all grown up? And for this one, I want us to answer me, please. How do you feel when you see somebody's hair? Maybe your roommate, this person, you're like, God, when? And you in that point, you're just ashamed. You're just like, see me, this is my own. Well, let me just wear my wig. Let me just do my braids, because this hair, there's no hope. Abi, that's how we do it now. So we must learn that we must be intentional about creating emotions and thoughts that are positive towards our hair, because honestly, those things, they may seem very little. They may seem like, they are not that important. They may seem like it's not just my thoughts. It does not really matter. It matters because it helps deep down within you. You resign yourself to fate when you think wrong thoughts. You resign yourself to fate when you allow those negative emotions of how someone's own is better than your own, and you just give up at that point. You know it at that point. You're like, okay, so till the next time you are able to join that free haircare class, and you're like, oh, well, let me go and hear what they want to say about the haircare. You see that it's a continuous circle. The more you do it, the more you keep doing it, and the more you don't see results. Okay, so we must understand that these things are important. The kind of thoughts we think, the kind of emotions that we portray towards our hair, all right, and our strategy. Okay, this is one thing we are very big on in share. If you don't have a strategy for anything, you see, you're not ready. Let me just tell us. Your strategy is very important. Do you have a strategy? Do you know that, okay, this is what I will do in this month to ensure that this my length goes better? This is what I will do in this year to ensure that this hair becomes fuller. We don't have a strategy. We are just simply patching things. What we learned from this person, what we learned from that person. We are just patching. And we want our hair to grow longer. Sorry, it won't happen. It won't happen. You must have a strategy. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to call names now. I'm going to call our names. Isosa, what is your strategy? What is your strategy for your hair growth? Please tell us in the chat box. Tell us, Kewe, what is your strategy? Betsy, what is your strategy? What are the things that you are telling yourself that, see, in this month, I'm focusing on this thing? Esosa, what is your strategy? What are you doing? What are you going to be doing different? All right. Please, let's talk. Let's talk. I'm waiting for us. It's Ohan. I can see us. What are your strategies? Do you have a strategy? Or are you just trying? You're just doing trial and error and you just wish that it work out? Guys, if you don't have a strategy for your hair growth, if you don't know that, okay, in this month, I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to ensure that I stick to my hair care regimen. I'm going to make sure that this thing, no matter what happens, I'll get an accountability partner. I would surround myself with people who will cheer me on as I do these things. It seems small though. We think it's just normal talk. But guys, it's not normal talk. If you don't do these things, these are the little things that differentiate people from others. Those that have the long hair, it's just a matter of time. Okay, so we must be willing to put in the work. That's the major thing. So what are you planning to do about your hair care goals? And are you taking action? So it's enough to plan. It's one thing to plan. It's another thing to actually take action. You've heard a lot of things. Don't do this, don't do that. Or you have put down your strategies. Are you taking the action? Are you doing it? Are you doing it, guys? If you're not doing it, rest. I'm sorry, just rest. If you're not doing it, just rest. Don't bother to be going to free classes and you expect that your hair will magically grow. Sorry, it won't work. Okay, so we must take action. So tell me, guys, have you been taking action on your hair growth? Tell me, Kewe, please tell us. Have you been taking action? Have you been actually be true to yourself? Deborah, I can see Deborah Ogala. Welcome. It's good to see you. So tell us, have you been taking action on your hair growth?
To like pass basket.
Please tell us in the chat box. 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 We want to hear. Let everybody read. Let's not unmute ourselves. Let's just type it in the chat box. Have you been taking action? Just be true to yourselves. If you have been taking action, you know. If you have been sleeping, you actually know it. Okay. And also you must take note of consistency. Consistency is very important. Okay. This is a very important thing that many people do not realize the importance of. And so because of that, they keep coming back to a particular circle. So they try it one day, they say, they did condition today. Maybe the hair just managed to shift. The next day it's already hard. And they're like, well, this is not working. And so they leave it for one more month. And they hear there's a class going on, they go and join. The person now gingers them, tells them that, you have to do this. They start again for 1 week. After 1 week, they drop it again. And we see that thing, that on and off will not help you. You have to be able to stick to it consistently. Okay, I hope you can hear me, please. If you can hear me, let me know. You have to be able to stick to it. Consistency in your thought patterns, consistency in the kind of way how you feel, the positivity you exude towards your hair, your strategy. You must plan. Say that, okay, this month, this is what I'm going to be doing differently. I know that I did not try last month. Sorry to be sulking, I'll be complaining. I'm saying that this hair self, now God go help us. For you to be doing that one, you better just sit down and tell yourself that, okay, this month is a new month. And May has not gone too far. May has not gone too far. So you have to sit down, write down your strategy. What am I going to be doing this month that I did not do last month? That I know that will shift my hair to where I want to. That will take me closer to my goals. Okay, and you must constantly take action. All right, guys. So this is the mind work. This is just it. It seems simple, but it is the cocoa is actually in the doing the work. So you must identify the negativities. You must be intentional about changing it. Okay. through exposing your mind to your desired reality. This is why it's good to see, okay? Looking at the pictures are not bad. You must look at them, but not just looking at them. You must allow it to help you condition your mind that, oh, this is what I want. This is what I want. In fact, it's good to even paste it on your walls. Are you hearing me? Your dream haircut length, paste it on your walls. I'm telling you now, this is an assignment for everybody here. Go and download this thing, paste it on your wall, look at it every day and tell yourself that this is where I am going to, and I know that I must get it. If you have that, if you do that thing, and you see that your mind will begin to accept that reality. And before you know, you are doing things. You're not just the one who is just wishing that things work. You begin to do the things. You begin to set out information. You begin to take intentional steps. Joining accountability groups, or having just a person, I reach out to somebody and say, okay, please, I want you to keep me accountable. Oh, this is what I want to do. Please, I want to be accountable. Because humans by themselves, they are not disciplined. It's not as if everybody just wakes up and they are disciplined. You need to put some things in place. Okay. As we go further, I'm going to be fast. I'm going to tell you important things that changed my haircare game. I'm going to be explaining to us. Confessions and affirmations are very amazing. If you're a person who does journaling, you understand that confessions helps your mind to accept your reality. It's not enough to just see it. When you confess it, when you say it, when you begin to talk about it, you see that your mind, like, you are excited. You're like, oh my God, this thing, I'm going to get it. Okay. And you must also practice gratitude. This is where you replace the negative emotions for the positive ones. You replace the negative emotions for the positive ones so that you are able to get your goals done. If you can see on this screen, I put down these things because these are the amazing things that we did for our inner circle members and for every one of us here by extension. Some of us have heard of our shared haircare journal. This is what we did with it. We created this journal because we want to help people who may not be able to join the inner circle, people who may not be able to, who may not be around people who can help them. We created a journal that can help you track your haircare experience, help you track your goals, help you track your emotions, help you track your thoughts, so that you know exactly what you are doing per time. We even created a part where you can even track if your hair is growing or not and stuff like that. We put this together so that people who are excluded or who are secluded from maybe the inner circle, from community, they can take something within them, that desire to get their goals done, and implement everything in this journal. And when you do so, you begin to see that there are shifts. Honestly, guys, you begin to see that there are shifts. Don't worry, we'll talk about journals as we go forward. This one is just a teaser. Please, let's move. All right. Now, the secret no one told you is that people who get great results, they create systems and structures that makes consistency easier. They don't rely on willpower alone. So if you are here and you're saying, okay, I will try and do, see, just rest. Just rest. Ask people, ask them. They said they had mentors, they had coaches. Very few people by themselves grew their head to the how they call that thing, back length, waist length. Very few people. Trust me, very few people. They put systems and structures in place that makes consistency easier. These people will build habits until it becomes autopilot. Until they begin to do these things, they don't even have to think about it. They have built their haircare habits such that they are now consistently doing what it takes to get there. And trust me, it's not because they are just disciplined. It's not because, so see, perish that idea that you just go back and you just be disciplined miraculously. I'm sorry. I'm just telling us the truth. It will hardly work. It will hardly work. We need help. Okay, guys. Can we hear me? If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. We need help. We need something that can keep us consistent, okay? And this is what systems and structures call for. I will explain further, but personally, I began to see that as time went on and I wanted my hair to grow, I'm a person that I've always had long hair. My mother has very long hair, so I never used to care about hair. I just do my thing, do my day, okay? I'm just on my own.
What are you going to do?
That is not
so,
sorry guys, but I realized that at some point my hair started breaking. It was breaking badly, okay? That was during COVID. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Comfort says you are hearing me. Thank you. During COVID, my hair started breaking. And the reason was because everybody was at home. While people were taking their hair journey and learning, Offred was busy doing her own. Me, my hair was breaking at home. Me that had full hair. Because I was not making it, I was not styling it, I was not even conditioning it, I was just living. That's my lifestyle. I don't even care about the hair stuff at that time. But after some time, I said, blessed, this is what I want to do.
Just wake up and type.
you wake up and type, and then
Esosa, please, don't unmute yourself again. I'm sorry, but please. All right, I'm sorry about the break, guys. So, as I was saying, I realized that, this is not what I want to do, because my hair is to make me proud. because in my house, we have okay, this is my elder sister's hair, very full. I mean, to my hair cannot be the one I'll be lacking now. My younger sister was not even going her hair. She was taking care of it. And it was doing well. And me, my own was now getting shorter. Hey, God, I say, God, what will I do about this? I will not be complaining. I will not be complaining. Then my friends would tell me, you better do this thing, you better do this thing. Antonia, my bestie, she would tell me, you better do this thing. I was not able to do it because I did not have any accountability. I was only just wishing that something would just change. Okay, I was just wishing, that wish that one day things will just change, your hair will just magically grow. Guys, it will not work. These are the things that in this slide we are seeing how to teach your mind healthy hair habits. Okay, number one says friends shape your habits. My story is still on. I've not finished my story. Please, people should listen. Hope nobody's going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is really just we go. Oyo for you. Friends shape your habits. Okay, this was the powerful thing that helped me. When I started associating a lot of we were talking with friends for purposes of reading book. Both we were always talking about our hair. Oh, this hair is this one. Initially, I didn't even care. Honestly, I did not care. I'll just do my thing. I'll be complaining. No, that's the problem many of us have. We'll be complaining. We are the ones that know how to complain more, but we are still the ones that will not do the work. We are the ones that will not still do the work. So I'll be complaining, but yet I will see that this thing is not working. Not will now telling me, you better do this thing, you better do this thing. It's as if I was not hearing, because honestly, to me, this thing is too hard, it's too stressful, and all these things. I was not consistent, even though I wanted the good results. But as time went on, as I stayed around her and other of my friends, Grace, they were always bouncing ideas of each other, talking about how their hair is this, talking about products. So before the day I said, please, I want to buy a skin cap. I don't even know. Like I said that day, I don't even know what happened to me. Like it went down and start. Seriously, guys. Okay. So I was just like, when you stay around people who share a particular set of values, you begin to absorb their characters. Can you hear me, guys? If you can hear me, please let me know. You begin to absorb their characteristics. When you are around such people, you begin to learn their ways. See, that kind of learning is very subconscious. Trust me. If you notice, guys, when you stay around somebody, when you are friends with somebody, you begin to behave like the person. Trust me. Is it a lie? Please, if it's a lie, tell me. If it's true, tell me too. When you stay with someone for a lot, you see that the person's mannerisms, you begin to like somehow you begin to copy, and it's very unconscious. So it's unconscious. It's not as if you just did purposely. I noticed it. That was what happened to me when I stayed around people who were talking about this thing consistently, doing this thing consistently. Later, I saw that I was just somehow I became concerned about my hair. See, guys, I'm telling you all the pure honest truth. I don't know when that switch came from unconcerned. Okay, from unconcerned, I became concerned about my hair, and I don't even know what happened. But it was when I saw this thing. This 5 principles I'm going to be sharing with us here is something that James Clear taught in his book Atomic Habits. If you read Atomic Habits, you can testify. He taught that friends shape your habits. You must be in a community of people who share your hair goals. That's what we are all about. Join the share inner circle, because in the inner circle, you see people like a few days back, we'll talk about track your hair care journey. Oh, please, and tell us your length. We did that not so long ago. And as you see people sharing their hair care journey, the only thing that will make you not get results is if you are not committed, and if you're not showing up for meetings, you're not doing the work. But if you are doing the work, you will see your results. So you must join communities. You can get the hair care body if you want. And you should just know that, stop admiring people who are not doing anything. You must get an environment that helps you. Please type in the comment section, I'm getting an environment that helps me. I'm getting an environment that will help me. Type it. I want to see us typing it. Pause, start calling it. Let's type it. You have to get an environment that helps you. Energy is contagious, guys. That energy is contagious. When you are there and people are talking about this, talking about how they did this, you'll see that after some time, you'll not even be interested. You now say, okay, it's true. Let me do this, let me do that. All right. So that is how it works. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is know what you want to do at a particular day, time, and place, and you must plan ahead. So this one is for our random things. Like let's say you are a person that you skip your watch days. Before you know what day has passed, you're not able to do these things. You must be able to plan ahead. You must be able to say, okay, this habit, I know that I've not been doing it well. Please, this is what I'll do. I'll plan it on Saturday, on social day, in the bedroom. You must plan. If you don't plan for something, you cannot inculcate that habit. Another thing here is habit stacking. This is what James Clear taught us here, that when you already have an habit that's already old, let's say, for example, you bathe every day, right? You know that, okay, bathing is very, very necessary. Like, it is a no-brainer. Nobody will wake up and not bathe. That one does not make sense. So, guys, is there anybody that wake up and does not bathe? Please somebody should tell me. Everybody bathes. So you're like, okay, once a week, after I take my bath, I will wash my hair. Or I will do this, whatever you want to do. Okay. So that is how you start a habit. So things that you already do before, you put them together. And when you attach it, it means that you are going to be teaching your brain that every time, after when you do it the first time, the second time, your brain now connects bathing to washing your hair. And you see that it is now so much easier. Okay, it is so much easier. And you begin to do it subconsciously. You begin to do it subconsciously. You begin to do it subconsciously. This thing is very powerful, guys. If we don't do this, we'll see that it will be hard. Okay. The next thing is that you can even do 3. After this, I will do dash and dash. What I do is that when I want to do it, I do washing and deep conditioning. And after that, I do leave-in conditioning. Simple. And I know that, okay, it is twice a month or once. It depends on you. Your regimen is everybody's regimen is different depending on your hair type. This is another reason why you have to come to the shared inner circle, guys. Please, if you're not in the inner circle, keep it in mind. It's not open for now, okay? But if you subscribe to our mailing list, we'll talk about it. We'll let you know when it's opening. You have to come to the inner circle because this is how you're able to learn all these things. You're able to know, okay, my regimen is this, my hair type is this, all these things is this. So I know that, I have to do this every week or every other week and stuff like that. So you must do habit stacking where you implement something, you put it into something that you've already built over time, which is a no-brainer, something that you always do every day. You implement it and you add something else. So you add your washing and your deep conditioning, for example. You add your deep conditioning and your leave-in conditioning or your moisturizing. Do you understand me? Okay. So the other thing is designing your environment. This one is very important because when you keep things around you that can remind you, okay, it's when you keep things around you that can remind you. So, for example, your hair care stuff. For example, let's use your moisturizing, your spray bottle, and hair. Your hair is the one that is always drying out. So you have to keep your spray bottle around you. If you had it under your bed, before you just be going about like that, you won't know that, or you'll be feeling it, but lazy you be like, this hair, I've not even sprayed this, I've not moisturized it. But when you keep it somewhere that you can see, let's say in front of your dressing mirror, in your bedroom, it's easier for you to be able to use. Okay. Another thing is temptation bundling. This one is very nice. When you are a person that don't used to hear, this one is for those that are stubborn. Are you hearing me? If you are very stubborn, open your ears and hear. If you know that, I've tried everything, they work. Now, what you would do is that if you are a person, pick out something that you absolutely love to do, something that you love to do, okay? Something that you know that, I will do this thing regardless. Tell yourself that if I have not washed my hair, I won't eat. Did somebody hear that? If I have not washed my hair on Saturday morning, nothing who born me where to go and eat. Yes, it's that deep. Somebody will say, is it that deep? Yes, guys, it's that deep. Say that, see, washing your hair comes before food on Saturdays or before chores. That way, you will see that you will do it. Somehow, you will do it. Okay? Like I said, these things, you need them to reinforce. I'm just teaching you different ways to learn your habits. You need to reinforce it with someone checking up on you or you making sure that you keep yourself accountable and all that stuff. So that is another amazing way. We are coming to the end of our session, guys. Thank you so much for staying up to this point. But there's something more I have to ask you. Who knows? Your head just might be saying something vital about your life. Okay. The fact that you are just at a stagnant point in your head, maybe you have to think about yourself a little bit more. Like you are doing something wrong. Maybe your mindset is not right. Maybe you are just a lazy person, okay? And nobody's judging you. We are just telling you that you can do better. Say I can do better. Somebody should type in the comment section that they will do better. Or you can do better, okay? So now you must be able to take something from this session that there's something I have to do to ensure that something changes in my hair journey and in my life in general. I beg, things must change. And the shared hair care journal was designed to help you. Everything I've talked about up to this point, there is something that we created for you to help you to be able to put everything into practice now. Not waiting for tomorrow, not waiting for next tomorrow, not waiting for the next available time. If you are a person that you realize that, this is me, guys, I need to do better. This journal is for you. Trust me. It was designed to help you track your habits. You know those things that you are doing wrong. You are able to track them. Know what kind of mindset you have and your hair growth journey. Many of us are like, my hair is not growing. Trust me, it's possible that your hair is actually growing. You just don't know. Okay? You just don't know. All right. So this journal is designed to help you track your hair journey, track your mindset, know your bad habits and how to work on them. You have to just learn to keep yourself accountable at some point. You understand? So if you don't have access to people and stuff like that, or you just want a very, very solid accountability system, trust me, this journal is what we designed it for personal accountability. It will help you to journal your thoughts and feelings and prompt you to infuse gratitude into your head journey so that you're on your way to getting your goals instead of just wallowing in self-pity and consequent inaction, because self-pity does not help anybody. The more you pity yourself, the more you remain there. This journal will help you track your hair length progress. So we put in quarterly check-in so that you can, we showed you how we can check your hair length quarterly, okay? So that you are motivated because your hair may be growing, you are just not aware. You may add, off-rate can testify, guys, your hair is growing, you're just not aware, okay? And so it also helps you to map out exactly your daily hair care practices, what you will do every day. Many of us, the problem is with us is that we will just keep planning. I will do it, but we don't even know what we're supposed to do today. And who plans to fail? I've had to say it. Who fails to plan plans to fail? When you don't even know what you're supposed to be doing today, it's likely that you go through today and you won't do it. Am I right? I beg somebody should tell me if I'm lying in the comment section, please. So it helps you to map out exactly your daily hair care practice so that you can reach your goals. It helps you to track your routine so that you can know if you are consistent. Let's not come and be crying outside. I'm saying my hair. You just know by yourself that, oh, see, I'm not consistent. What will I do? I need to do better. Okay. And it helps you to keep you accountable because we do weekly check-ins with the journal. You see everything when you get journal. The journal is absolutely amazing. It's also help you to set monthly goals. Do you know that it's not when people ask you what's your hair care goal, waist length, bra length, that's not a goal though. That's like a wish. Goals are things that are specific and you're going to work towards it every month. You know whether you're working on your length, whether you want to work on your color pattern, whether you want to work on the health of your hair, whether you want to work on making your hair more moisturized, whether you want to work on your edges. Who is hearing me? I beg. Somebody should tell me if they're hearing me. I don't like this silence. Okay. So it helps you to plan out your monthly goals so you can focus on particular aspects of your hair and you can see results. But that's not even all. When you get this journal, you'll be able to get free access to a 30-minute video walkthrough that explains everything you need. Everything you need to use the journal effectively, we have everything inside for you. You get an exclusive replay of the summit, that the session that just ended. In case you want to rewatch it and rewatch it, it's all yours because we won't even open it for every random person because those people that were committed and they stayed, they got their best. But if you know this is something that you want to watch and rewatch, we got you. Okay, all you have to do is to get a copy of this journal and you get an exclusive replay of the summit. We also give you a free comprehensive list of the best affordable hair products to help you reach your goals faster. If you're the one that say, oh, please, which products would I use for this? Which products would I use for this? We have compiled something amazing for you. All you have to do is get this journal. If you're among the first 10 persons, it's not for everybody, sorry. Among the first 10 persons to get their journal, they get a free comprehensive list of the best affordable products to use. So guys, what do we say? There's even one more step. When you get your journal, you belong to an exclusive email community for only those who are bought from us. So we've talked about sharing our circle though, but we are creating another amazing community. Guess what? Before sharing our circle comes up again, how about your goals? Because sharing our circle may be open maybe in July next. From now to July, you can join a community where we'll be checking in on you. Guys, this is amazing. Please don't even sleep on this. We'll be checking in on you, asking you, have you done this today? How about your journal? Have you filled in? So I don't want to talk about the amazing things we have for those that will join that community. Seriously, I don't want to start talking about it because it will be amazing. We have things that we have put in place to help you use the journal. So that means that you don't even have to be scared that, all these things, we'll go and buy it and dump it somewhere. You cannot buy our journal and dump it somewhere. We'll follow you up. We will follow you up because you will not go and say, these people, their thing is not working. So we are going to create an exclusive email community for those who purchase this journal, so that any questions you have, you can ask us. We're going to show you how to maximize it. If you want to, maybe you don't want to print it out, you want to use it on your iPad or your phone, we'll give you resources that can help you to write on the soft copy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? These are the things that this is what we have in store for you, honestly. And see, when this journal, honestly, we are giving it out at 3,000 naira only, please. And this is I don't know how to say, this is like the best you can. This is us being generous, over generous. And honestly, this is preparing me. Let me never lie. Off Ray knows now. Me, I like money. This is like preparing me because we worked hard on this. We got reviews. We'll see more about that as we go. This is just like 3,000 naira only, but it's not for long. If you get it between now and the next 48 hours, you get that 3,000 naira. But if you don't, you get that 5,000 naira, which is even a steal for an amazing journal like this. Now, this is what our inner circle members have to say about our journal. Someone here is saying that this journal is better than one length check hair journal app that she downloaded one time. An app. Our journal is better than an app, guys. Are you hearing this? Somebody is talking about us, and she's saying left retention and grooming healthy edges have been boxes she has been able to tick off her hair journey. And she's so happy that she's getting this personalized, top-notch consultancy services, and the community that we are offering you for now for only 3,000 naira. Somebody is telling you that, see, this thing it has changed her hair game for her. Please, you guys just read this thing by yourself. Push it really too. See something else that someone said. This one really touched me. Honestly, guys, this touched me. She said, this is really amazing and a very tangible proof that God loves me. That the very hair on my head, we are talking about hair, yeah. The very hair on her head is numbered. Because she was just thinking about how she can journal her hair journey so that she can be consistent to her conditioning. And boom, we came up with the journal. God is good. And we see that the journal, first of all, she's telling us that it's holistic. It's not even helping to just set goals, but you must develop a healthy mind towards your hair care. Guys, see, I don't want to say any further, please. You have to get your journal between now and the next few hours, okay? Please, you have to do that. Somebody else is saying that Ofri has helped her a lot. She does not put effort. This is a very lazy girl. Me, I know her. She's like me, we are in the same group, but just like me, I've left her in that crew already. She can watch it, anything. But Ofri actually we did a lot of things to help her care for her hair and all this stuff. She's one of the people who has been very, very around us, even though she did not join the inner circle at the time. Into funding, and this is why we brought this journal. If you're among the people that, oh, this inner circle is expensive, you've heard about it and you can't afford it, get the journal, because number one, it will help you to stay consistent, and we'll also put up some effort helping you checking. And like, oh, did you use your journal this week? What were your journaling processes like? What are the things? What are your wins? Do you understand? That's why you have to get the journal today, not tomorrow. Today, guys, not tomorrow. These are other amazing reviews. This person says her hair was really hard, full, and annoying until she had a conversation with Ofri and learned extensively on the types of hair strands, how to care for her hair. She learned about oils, density, name it. I'm sure those of us here today, we can testify now. Those that are talking about how she got clarity on how to use oils, assess their usefulness. This just tells you that share is a no-brainer. We are different from every other hair care influencer, trust me. We are not just giving you information, we are helping you work on the information, because there's information everywhere. You can go to YouTube and get information, okay? But if you want to work on the information that you've gotten so that you can be able to achieve your goals, then come to share. We are here for you. And now what we have in store is that you have to get your journal at 3,000 naira only between now and the next 48 hours. Else the price goes up, and trust me, you will not be happy. You will not be happy to lose. Okay, so questions, please. Questions. Woo! We are very on time. We're supposed to close at 8, and this is 7:45. Any questions for us? Who is asking us questions? So nobody's asking questions. Should we be going? It's time to go. Okay, we've not done. Oh, Thelma says she did not come early. You have a question, Thelma? Okay, Thelma is asking how exactly you can measure your hair length. Okay, she's asking what are the moisturizing routines. Okay, Ofri would have been one to answer these questions, but because our time is okay, Ofri is here.
Okay. I will just answer those two questions and then we'll move on. So for how to measure your hair length, there are different ways to go about it. For example, they just drag it to a particular part of their body. Like maybe if your hair was chin length, the way mine was, by the time you drag to collarbone, you know that your hair has grown. But if you want a more detailed way, can we hear me? Sorry.
Please type in the comment box if you can hear Ofri. Type in the comment box.
Sorry, your voice is low.
Oh, okay. I'm very sorry. Okay, can we hear me? Okay, some people are saying yes. So I was saying, if you want a detailed way to measure your hair length, get a measuring tape, pick out about 3 or 4 parts of your hair. I usually do front, side, and back, and then measure the length. Start from your roots to your tips. That's how to measure your hair, basically. So the way it goes, that's why we put it, make sure that it was in our hair care journal. So at the beginning, if you measure your hair, at the end of 3 months, you measure your hair again, taking note of the exact places you had measured it before. By that time, if you have followed your hair care practices, you'll see the difference in the measuring tape, obviously. Then for the moisturizing techniques, Thelma asked, what are moisturizing techniques? What are moisturizing techniques? First of all, moisturizing techniques are the different ways you can moisturize your hair for different porosity types. We have different types of moisturizing techniques, but the three major ones people know are the LCO, LOC, and LO. They basically refer to the order in which you put your products. So I'll just talk about LOC. For LOC, let's say you have a liquid product, which could be water or a conditioner that has water as base. I mentioned this in the first session. So you put that liquid product first. Then the next thing is O. O is oil. After you put your conditioner or water, you put oil on top of the hair. And then after that, C is cream. You put cream on top. We made a video on this on our Instagram page. So if you're not following us yet on Instagram, you can just check out Share Naturals on Instagram. We had videos for 2 of the moisturizing techniques showing us how we do the moisturizing techniques with different methods. So I think that answered the 2 questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Afure. Thank you so much. Guys, if you have any more questions, you have to reach out to us via DM on Instagram, okay? And also we saw a lot of questions that we asked. We saw a lot of questions that we asked, and we have your questions in mind. Trust me, we have your questions in mind. You just have to keep in touch with us. You have to join our mailing list. You have to follow us on Instagram so that you don't miss out on these amazing things, because we're going to be creating content around your questions. All right, you're going to be creating content around all your questions, everything that you have asked. We'll be creating content around them subsequently. Okay, and don't forget that you have to get your copy of the Shares Haircare Journal between now and 48 hours. That's like 2 days. If you don't, it's gonna go higher, and you're going to miss out on a lot. Trust me, you're going to miss out on a lot of things, because it's more than just knowing. It's about you doing. Because if you don't do, your knowing does not really make much of a difference. All right, guys. We basically know a lot of things about us, so we are going to be ending this live stream here, and we are going to be saying thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. We really love to hear feedback. When you get on the Instagram page, on our WhatsApp group chat, tell us about how the session helps you. Just tell us thank you on WhatsApp, please. Don't just keep quiet. Okay, tell us thank you on the WhatsApp group chat. Tell us what you learned, how it helped you, how it was useful for you, so that those who did not come, they will be really like, they'll be like, I missed. Okay, so this is everything about Share. Follow us on Instagram at Share Naturals. Check out our website, mainstack.me/share, and you can send us an email at sharenaturals@gmail.com. All right, guys, that is all we have for today. Thank you so much, and have an amazing week ahead.